Hey, what does the word ultra mean? Does it mean to be the best of the best? Does it mean to be the best of the time? Does it mean to be the best on the shelf? Or does it mean to be for professionals? Or does it mean something else? Like the most expensive per se. I think the word ultra means something that can last for a few years down the line as well, at its peak. What I mean by that is you use a product, a few years later, it's not gonna feel as good. Why? Because the company wants you to upgrade to a better product, right? That's how they make the money. So I think the word ultra really just comes down to something that can hold its peak over time. So this right here is the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Samsung's flagship from 2023. And I think that this thing has actually proven to be ultra, not just in name, but in the way it holds its performance, its value, its everything in 2025, 2 years later. Let's get right into it. Starting off, we have the beautiful, iconic Samsung design that they used on the S22, S23, and S24 Ultra. Right, the no rounded corners, the really boxy design, sharp corners, beautiful, beautiful 6.8 Super AMOLED screen, 120Hz with LTPO display, so it can dial back its refresh rate to save battery when you're not using it. Beautiful screen, insanely nice animations, especially with the new One UI 8. So if you do have this phone and you have One UI 8 on it, you are actually having one of the nicest Samsung phone experiences at the moment. This phone is powered by the Samsung Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy. So what that means is, forget those guys using Huawei, forget those guys using whatever else, right? You're getting not just the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, one of the fastest mobile gaming chips on the planet, not in gaming, sorry, just gaming chips on the, not gaming chip, one of the fastest mobile chips on the planet. What you're getting is the overclocked version for Galaxy of that device. So that means that this has actually a slightly higher boost performance on this phone, right? So a few megahertz higher. And if you don't know what that means you're just gonna get like just the tiniest tad bit more performance out of the phone when it's in optimal condition. Now speaking of specs, let me move on to this phone comes with either 8 GB of RAM or 12 GB. Now this model is the 8 GB RAM because it comes with the 256 GB of storage, which is the base storage you get with the phone, 256 GB. And I believe it goes all the way up to a terabyte. And when you get the 512 GB, they believe you get the 12 GB version of RAM. So more RAM's always nice, alright? Because what I have noticed on this phone, when the camera is opened or something, it takes up a lot of RAM and it might close some background apps. So like I might be playing music or might be playing a game in the background. As soon as I open the camera or do like any like video with it, like anything intensive, it might actually like just stop the background app. So there's that thing to watch out with 8 GB of RAM. I'm not sure if Samsung's going to address that issue soon or if they're going to let that be. So that's just my fair warning to you guys. Other than that, right, back to design. Sorry, I skipped over a lot of stuff. This phone, beautiful design, frosted glass back, beautiful screen in the front. You got the S Pen right here. Best thing about the S Pen, it acts like a Bluetooth pen, right? Like unlike the new S25, it's like we're aging backwards, man. Like, how is this pen more advanced than the one that comes with the new S25 Ultra? Like, that's crazy. That's embarrassing, Samsung. What are you doing? Right? So this pen can be used, like, let's say I'm on the other side of the room and I'm trying to take a selfie or like a group photo or some sort of photo, and I'm not like trying to go to the phone myself because everyone else is in that photo. I can take the pen and boom, I grab this, Bluetooth, open the camera, press the button, it takes a photo right there, and then there's a lot of other stuff like gesture control. Like, you can do a lot of sick stuff with the pen. Kind of like a wizard, feel like Harry Potter. Coming from that, now, you get 45 watt wire charging. Still pretty good in 2025. Obviously not the best. There's a lot faster charging out there. But it's fast, right? It's good. It's like what you need. You don't really need more than 45 watts. I mean, unless your phone dies a lot. Which let me get to as well. This thing has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So because the battery is so large, you're actually able to easily get through a day or two with this phone. So from what I've noticed, I could use this phone all the way from morning to night and still have like 30% battery left. So easily I can use one day with decent amount of use, right? Obviously not heavy use because then you're not gonna make it past a day. But like with the decent amount of use, right? I'm guessing like 6 hours screen on time, maybe 5 hours screen on time. But yeah, I get through the day pretty easily on this thing unless I'm gaming or something, right? And coming to gaming, obviously like I said, the 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy, the overclocked one, is really good for gaming. And because the phone is so big and the thing's made out of metal, I'm not sure what type of metal. I'm sure it's some kind of I don't know. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. I know it's not aluminum, but something. Maybe it is aluminum. Who knows? Right? Samsung knows. You guys, it's a Google search away. But yeah, something like that. Really good phone. Has cooling all the way through it. Right? Big battery, big cooling system, really good specs. So even in 2025, this thing is still a beast. Now moving on to, the fingerprint sensor. Fingerprint right here. Boom, really fast. Watch that, boom, really fast. This thing is speedy, fast, and snappy. You're not going to feel any lag or hitches with this thing. Believe me, I have not gotten this phone to lag even once. Maybe I might have gotten it to lag when I was recording 8K video. Yeah, forgot to mention that. This thing's cameras are nuts. Right? You get a 200 megapixel front camera. Sorry, not front camera. That would actually be crazy. Not front camera. 200 megapixel main camera. Then you got the ultra wide camera, right? And then you got the telescopic 10x camera and the telescopic 3x camera, right? So this is like crazy stuff because this phone can obviously zoom in 100x, right? It's been a pretty common thing in Samsung phones, not through 100x. Believe me, I don't know what you need that zoom for. Like, even if you want to take a moon photo, you can do that with like Samsung 30x zoom. I really don't know who uses 100x zoom. Maybe if you do, just drop it in the comments. Let me know what you guys use it for. But yeah, there's that too. And if you really want to get serious, there's 4K 60 FPS, right? 4K 120, I believe. But the thing is, it can do 8K 30 FPS. Like last generation, it was 8K 24, which was kind of like, it was alright, right? But like 8K 30 is a lot nicer to have, meaning the phone is a lot more capable of the processing power, right? It has a lot more processing power. And then on top of that, the mics on this phone are really good. The cameras are really good, right? So you got your ultra wide, like I said, you got your main, and you got your optical, and then you got your laser sensor. Laser sensor is like, let's say, I have my phone right here. I'm recording a video of this plant right here. But now all of a sudden, I bring my hand in. Is the phone going to lose focus, right? But because there's a laser sensor, the laser tells the phone, how fast is my hand in front of the way? So my hand is instantly caught in focus by the phone. So nothing is really ever out of focus on this phone camera. This phone is pretty neat, right? It has the always on display as well. It does have the new one where the entire screen is always on display, but it's pretty nice, right? And my favorite thing about this phone is honestly just One UI 8. It's just wonderful. Like the amount of customizability it has, like even third party, it's just beautiful, right? Like that's why I'm on Samsung. That's why I'm Team Samsung, right? Like no hate to Apple, no hate to Oppo or anything. Those guys are all doing good too. But I just love Samsung's skin. So if you're into that, maybe you guys could check that out too. That's why I believe overall this phone deserves to be called Ultra. Even in 2025, I've been dailying this thing. As you can tell, I literally have a crack over here and a scratch over here. That's my fault. I don't really use a phone case or screen protector. I just think it makes the phone look ugly. So I don't really use that, but so far, really good experience with the phone. I've had it for a few months, and like the only complaint I have with it is I feel that the battery could just be a tad bit better. I know I did say like at the start, it gets me like throughout the day pretty easily with 30 minutes, but like I wish it was just a tad bit better, because then I could maybe worry about not charging it overnight, right? Let's say I forget to, or let's say I use it heavily or intensively. Maybe I don't want to like charge it midday, right? Maybe there was something about that. Moving on from that, the speakers are really nice. You got your bottom firing speaker, your top firing speaker. They're both really nice, and you got your front camera. Front facing camera is really good as well. Like I don't really know what else to say. I mean, if you guys want more detail, there's a bunch of like camera tests on YouTube. You guys can check those out. But yeah, it does 4K 60 FPS, so you're good there. And social media, Samsung has made a lot of improvements. They have a lot of collaborations where your cameras on Samsung do actually look a lot better. Obviously, they're not as good as iPhone social media, or like if you upload it from the phone directly. But yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better, and I would definitely recommend this for even someone like a content creator, right? It's a really good phone. That's why I think this phone really does deserve its title of Ultra. So if you're in the market for something Pro, Ultra, anything along that line, this phone is actually one of the better choices. Let's say you don't want to go for the new 25, go for the 23 Ultra. Save yourself a few bucks. By a few, I mean a good $100, and go for the 2 generation older. It's still gonna be updated all the way for like I don't know when, but like 7 years of Android promise updates. They promise 7 years of updates. Like you're good. Like it's only gone 2 years. You're good, man. You got like 5 years left. That's I don't even know Android what, Android 20 whatever, right? We're on Android 16, 17, something like that. 6, 7. Okay, my bad, guys. Anyways, yeah. So check this out. Check this phone out. If you guys like it, and coming back to the battery issue I have. So me and my friend Ali, we're actually making a company related to phones. I'm not gonna say exactly what it is, but we are making a company to address these issues. So I have been reviewing for phones for a while, and I think there are definitely some things they can improve. And me and Ali, we've decided to take a step in this space and see what we can do about it and what issues we can solve. So if you guys want to check that out, we're on Instagram as well, wavetech.official. Go check that out, guys. It would really be helpful. Yeah. From here on, I don't really have much to say other than this phone is still a really, really, really good choice in 2025 because of the price you can get it at. You can get it like 600 Canadian dollars, 700 Canadian dollars, right? And the camera is just amazing. Flagship camera, buttery smooth animation on a beautiful 120Hz screen, and the performance is unmatched, right? Like even nowadays phones, if you're not getting a flagship phone, it is not gonna hold a candle to this thing. Yeah, so check out our Instagram, wavetech.official. Check out the cool reels we're posting. We're just trying to solve these issues, and I will catch you guys. Oh, before I end off, yeah, this has wireless charging, right? And it has reverse wireless charging. So if I have my Galaxy Buds, right, I can just place my Galaxy Buds on the back of my phone and they'll start charging too, so that's pretty sick. Your watch as well. It's pretty useful for that. And yeah, other than that, that's everything from me. Please go show your support, love, everything, comment on this video. Hit the subscribe if you liked it. And I will be signing off. So, $1 bucks. Peace out.